And welcome to Road to Cavalier 6.1.4. This is my first run through of 6.1.4 in an attempt to finally reach Cavalier after my departure. Deciding to go with a fairly straightforward team. Did some research, watched some old videos, but Nick Fury, Captain America, Stark Spider-Man, Archangel, and then, of course, my Hyperion. So, looking at the different paths, one of the things I was looking at the research, as I was watching a couple different videos, old videos of Seaton, and all that, trying to figure out where to go. So, ultimately, I decided to go this route and move over and go ahead against Phoenix and company. The buff that is on this node, or sorry, the universal node is the, close encounters. Obviously, I'm recording the audio after I've already played it, because for me to talk and play at the same time, that would just be epic beatings over and over again. So this is post-buff Road to Cavalier. Overall, I felt like this one actually was pretty quick. I think I got through this whole thing in about 15 minutes or so. I think that's what this video, the editing part, it's probably coming out to around the 15 minutes or so. So I got through pretty quick. Overall, I didn't feel like it was that challenging, but at the same time, you saw me just a few seconds ago there, got a couple boosts on, but I also, at this point, have a good number of 5 stars that are fairly stacked. Archangel, go in there, getting the bleed stacked on, take a beating early. I just gotta love it as my other phone goes off in the background, so I apologize for the background noise. But one of the things I almost, actually, after I started this fight, I had a panic attack that Phoenix was going to be immune to poison and or neurotoxins, but I tell you what, this is why Archangel, once I understood what that character could do, and once I came back, I was just like, this is absolutely amazing to see what can happen with this character. It just, there's neurotoxins stacked on, and then just watching that timer every once in a while and seeing that you can move in and wait for that stun effect to come on, and just come on and then add on another bleed or another neurotoxin, poisons, and all that fun stuff. Especially a character like Phoenix, who is going to come back to life, and then all you got to do is just wait for that effect to sort of wear off, and the debuffs are still there, and she's gone anyway. So that fight was pretty straightforward. Took some early hits, but got through the rest of it no problem. Sabretooth up next. Sabretooth is a character that I've struggled with in the past. Deciding to go in with Archangel in this one, hoping that the neurotoxins and all that can really stack up and overcome the regeneration. One of the things too with this universal node, the close encounters, with being where you degenerate your health as you're further away, it's tough because it sort of forces you to stay tight a little bit more than maybe you would, so you end up having to be a little bit more aggressive than you normally would with some characters. So like Archangel, I'd normally be hanging back very much, just waiting, letting the opponent come to me, parry heavy, and just rinse and repeat more or less. But having this to avoid some of the degeneration, I had to be a little bit more aggressive, play a little bit closer. Sort of like we would probably end up playing against a Rhino or something like that. But overall, get through this fight pretty well. No major issues at this point. Feeling pretty good. Taking a little bit more damage than I would have liked, but not bad. There it goes. That's it. Sabretooth in the bag. Done. Moving on to the next fight. Yeah, like I said, I felt like this one was pretty straightforward. Not too much to worry about so far. Feeling good about my progress. Wolverine, I think it was Guillotine who's going to be coming up next. Wolverine pretty stacked. Like 38,000 power. So, moving in there. Alright. So Wolverine, another character, I feel like his specials are pretty easy to avoid. I've never really been too concerned about them. The special one, I feel like, is almost, I don't know, maybe not easy, but, say moderately easy to avoid. I feel like he telegraphs it pretty well, but if you do miss it, just especially because it's the one hit, I feel like I'm going to get wrecked. Especially on a character like Archangel who can bleed themselves, it's just a little tough. Where you have that, you can get completely crushed by it. But overall, fight going pretty well. Wolverine getting down pretty quick. Yeah, none of these characters really, I felt like their regen was that strong where I had to really worry about it too much. But at this point, it's over. Wolverine's down. Archangel's still MVP of this so far. I'm curious what the other paths are going to be. Because at this point, by the time I'm actually recording this and getting the audio on, I've already hit Cavalier, so there's no punchline. It's not like I'm going to get to the 6.1.6 video, and I'm going to have to post it like 5 times in a row because I didn't make it. But at this point, I did. So I'm curious what the exploration is going to be like. And one of the things right now I'm trying to figure out is, am I going to finish the exploration? Or am I just going to continue on and work towards Thornbreaker and then come back for the exploration? I don't know. If you have an opinion, let me know in the comments. Here we go. Guillotine. Another character. Don't feel like the specials are that difficult to avoid. Getting a couple nerve attacks and stack on pretty quick. Feeling good about that. I don't feel like it's hard to avoid, but still I get hit pretty well. Now, this is where fight after fight after fight, the D-Gen from staying further away causes a problem. Trying to stay in as tight as I can, but I just cannot overcome it. Not really... I don't even think I took a hit. Did I take a hit? I did take a couple there, it looks like. So, but overall, that's really what it came down to. Is that the G-Gen, it just wears you down. Decided to go in with Nick Fury on this one. My recently awakened Nick Fury, by the way. I had a 5-star awakening gem, a skill awakening gem, that I decided to use on Nick, and I am not upset that I did at all. Now one of my standard defenders, of course, because he's awesome as far as that goes. He is a pain to fight, definitely is. But he's just absolutely tearing up Gear. I absolutely love it. I feel like he's a character that can actually stay closer a little bit better than Archangel can. Just stacking up hit after hit. The bleeds are the only thing I don't like about Nick. I feel like they should be a little bit stronger. I feel like a lot of times the bleeds almost come off like he's just putting a ton of paper cuts on his face. It takes some damage there, gets a bleed on me, and it's just draining me. But at the same time, at least I know I've got the life model decoy, so I can fall back on that if I need to. But there she is. She's down. Moving on to the next fight. Alright, now we're moving on to Hood. Another one. Special is not that difficult. The special one, very easy to avoid in my opinion. The special 2, a little bit more difficult. I don't think it's necessarily difficult. It's just a little... I think it's just a little bit more complicated. But keeping him as the special 1, that's the goal here. Getting the bleed stacked up. Nick just going to town on him. There we go. Big thing is just to get that little different, that distance away. Who is it? Is it Aegon? It has a similar special one where it's that lightning that comes out, but then when he does it, yeah, totally ran into that. So I think it's Aegon, as he has that lightning that comes out, it goes that little extra bit on the last little section of it where the Hood does not. So I love that. Staying close, just trying to keep my health up as long as possible. End up having to get him to the special 2, but at this point I know I'm just really just trying to create as much damage on this guy as possible because I know I'm about to die. There it comes. And now the D-Gen coming in. I don't have Nick. I don't have the Sig ability up very much. Forget what it is, because I did use an awakening gem, so I don't think I have any signature stones. It's one of the things I might be looking for with all my candies or whatever it is from the current Deadpool event that's going on. Alright, so Hood takes me down, really more the D-Gen than anything else. So I've still got Hyperion, Starkey, and Cap to go, so I've still got 3 of my biggest and best characters to go in there. Biggest and best champions, I'm sorry. Alright, so Spider-Man coming in. One of the things I love about Spidey is that power drain early on from the heavy attack. One of my favorite things to do with Stark Spider-Man is really, it's honestly, it's getting that 5-hit combo on the defender, and then parrying, getting 1 or 2 more strikes, and getting almost all the way up to that special 1, and then using that heavy to get the power steal and that power drain on there. and then building it back up to a special 2 just because I have so much time to do it before I have to worry about the special attack. Really, overall, this fight, crap fight for me. Just completely wrecked. It was very disappointing that I played as bad as I did. I didn't even get hit that many times, but as the strength of these characters, it just, yeah, it is what it is. Alright, now we're going back into it with Captain America Infinity War. Again, one of my favorite characters. Now, he is by far my strongest science character. I think I've got a 4-star Quake that's maxed out. I mean, he makes the rest of the Hood look easy there, but Cap, definitely one of my favorite characters. Love building him up to that special 2 and just having him put on 50, 60,000 hit points on somebody when the critical hits at least. So definitely one of my favorites, but he's also my only really strength as far as a science champion goes. So he's one I would love to get some support, because if I use him in Alliance War or Alliance Quest, as my phone goes off again, sorry about that. But I'd love to have another science champ that I can fall back on. So now here we are, the one, the only, Loki. He's going through all these different nodes that he has on him. I don't really feel like I remembered being that concerned about anything I was about to get hit with, but I am coming into him. I've got Hyperion, I've got Captain America Infinity War, so I felt pretty good about just going ahead and skipping the choice node. You know, like, I don't need it. I've got 2 strong characters. Cap is a good counter for Loki. And considering there's only about 3 minutes of what I'm actually recording here, I don't think I had too much trouble. But here we go, starting with Cap. Let's see how it goes. Loki, my goal anytime I fight Loki is to get him to the special 2, but I always feel like he really more chain special 1. Just like, I feel like he's built that way. I don't know if that's true in any way, shape, or form, but that's really what my goal is usually with Loki, to get that special 2. It's just so much easier to avoid. I hate timing and trying to avoid anything as far as projectiles. That's just me. I feel like my timing is always horrible on it. I know I paused this for a reason. I just don't know why. I don't think I was looking at buffs. I think I actually might have gotten a phone call on my other phone when that came through. Regardless, back at it. Cap doing his thing. Getting Loki that special 2. Getting the special 2 on. Not really going to do too much, but you know, I'll take what I can get. Cap will give me a little extra bit. Trying to bait the special 2. There he goes. Barely actually got out of the way on that one. Yeah, one of the things I actually don't like about Loki, that special 1, is that it doesn't really give me many opportunities to go ahead and get stuns on him and things like that. And completely missed on the dodge there, but it's okay. But Cap's still holding up pretty well at this point. Gets him most of the way down. Now really at this point, it's over. I still have Hyperion in the back of my mind. I know I can go in there with, even though I take the hit, take multiple hits, still so close to dying. But Cap pulls through, takes out Loki. 6.1.4 done. Two more chapters to go through in order to make it to Cavalier. And those videos will be coming out in the next couple days as I get the audio recorded for them. So thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And please consider subscribing. If you like the video, please click like. If not, don't. See you next time.